According to your presentation, we were done with the until question number 7. According to your slides.
Okay, all right, Varun. Thank you
Yeah.
for all the detailed inputs. That's very apt on your part to have noted it down because I don't remember. There are so many classes that keep happening, though we can keep records, but I think it's a little tedious for us to keep a record. Great. So we are starting tenses, students, and let us see what we have to discuss today regarding structure of sentences and the uses of tenses. So this is your sentence number 8 from this particular handout, SCHO 2103. We are continuing with what we were doing earlier, tenses. So this sentence is a major change since the first stock market boom of the 1990s is the readiness of the corporate sector to take risks. So we are going to discuss the usage of the word since over here. Now, since can be used to bring out reason. Like I can say as a conjunction, I can say that I am not going to the office since I'm not feeling well. Or it can be used to depict time. That let us say I have not gone to the physical location of our office since 2019 April, for example, because of COVID times. So since can also be used as a preposition, or it can. So in this sentence, if you see, it is being used to depict a time frame and not as a reason, not giving any reason. Or sometimes it is used as a conjunction also to bring out a particular complete sentence after it. Complete sentence means one with a verb. So let's not get confused there. Basically, since can either be used to depict reason or to denote a time reference. Time reference. So what do you think it is doing in this sentence? In this sentence, it is giving the time reference, right? So it says a major change. And that is why I want to ask you that what is the subject of the verb is over here? There is a verb over here is. Is an auxiliary verb. It's a helping verb. It is used over here. It shows present tense. And what is the readiness of the what I mean? Something is the readiness of the corporate sector to take risks. What is the subject over here of this is? Like when you say he is happy, so the subject of is he, because it tells me who is happy. If I make a statement like this, he is happy, so subject of is he. It tells me who is happy. So uh, so I want to understand what is. So Varun, can I say that stock market is the readiness of the corporate sector to take risks? So what is the subject that governs this verb? If stock market is the verb, then I will have sorry subject. Then I have to read it like this: stock market is the change readiness of the corporate sector. Yes, Karan, that is right. It is major change. Basically, change. The word change is the subject of the verb is. Basically, I want to say a major change is the readiness corporate sector to take risks. So if I read this sentence in isolation alone, then it is okay. So I'm commenting on the corporate sector. मैं उस पर comment दे रही हूँ, तो मैंने एक sentence बना दिया कि भाई a major change is this, as I can see today. However, because the word since is used over here, now ये आपको समझ में आएगा कि this since is only addition, क्योंकि ये बता रहा है कि ये change जो मैं हम the change on which I am commenting, it is applicable since when. यस विशाल टाइम पीरियड के को डिपिक्ट करने के लिए यूज होता है. आप ये नॉर्मली बोलते नहीं है कि आई हैव बीन टेकिंग क्लासेस एट टाइम सिंस अक्टूबर लास्ट ईयर. ये तो यूज होता ही है. इट इज यूज्ड एज a preposition, as a conjunction also it is used to have a complete sentence, to have a complete sentence after it also. कुछ भी हो सकता है, लेकिन यहाँ पे I don't have a clause after since. It's a phrase, the first stock market boom of the 1990s. इस पूरे एरिया में कोई भी वर्ब नहीं है. There is no finite verb, so it's a phrase. So it clearly tells me that the word since is being used as a preposition, since it has got a kind of a noun phrase after it, like first stock market boom. It is a noun phrase. of the 1990s, of course, is a another phrase which is followed the word preposition of over here. But the point to understand is कि आप ये समझिए कि since को हम यहाँ time के लिए use कर रहे हैं. When since is used as a time frame reference, that means I'm talking about this change from the stock market boom of the 1990s. That means 1990s से लेके अब तक, from 1990s till now. And this statement is basically made now. So when I'm trying to join the past with the present, we use the present perfect tense. So it should have been what? A major change has been the readiness of the corporate sector to take risks. Please note this sentence here at the bottom. It says a major change since the first stock market boom of the 1990s has been. So it has to be present perfect tense. Has plus third form of the verb is used over here, that is been. Been third form होता है is और am का. Is, am, are present tense. Was, were past tense, and been is the third form. So third form is been, that is how you use it. So we use has been like this when, for example, we can say that it has been raining since last Tuesday, for example. अगर मैं कहती हूँ it has been raining since last Tuesday, इसका क्या मतलब है कि last Tuesday से लेके अब तक. तो वहां पे आप ये नहीं बोलोगे कि it is raining since last Tuesday. That will not be correct. That is the rule that is applied over here. The same rule is applied in the second sentence also. If you see the second sentence, it's on the same lines. It says since its inception. So since its inception also gives me a time frame. Inception is जब कोई चीज start हुई है या launch हुई है, from the beginning of something. The organization relied heavily on the sincerity of the employees. Now, if I use this sentence alone from here to here, it is okay. I can say the organization relied heavily on the sincerity of its employees. So very clearly it is in the past tense, which is okay. Alone, that is. But the moment I have a since over here, then I have to change it. Because I told you that if you are using since like this, so you have to say since its inception, the organization has relied. Has plus third form of the verb. Please note. That is relied. To rely on something, they relied on something and they have relied on something. So I hope the rule is clear, students. Present perfect tense is commonly used with hence, since. Even in some other structures, it is used like but what that uses is slightly different. उसको अभी नहीं बात करते हैं, आपको confusion हो जाएगा. When the sentence comes, we'll discuss it. Yes,
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, why it is not has been relying?
Relying नहीं होगा. उसका रूल ही यही है, since के साथ relied होता है. With since commonly the usages has relied. आप इसको समझो, has been relying हो सकता है. I want to say that we have been relying on your services since 2020. It means what? कि तब से हम आपकी सर्विसेज को यूज कर रहे हैं और शायद आगे भी यूज करेंगे. वो भी करेक्ट है सेंटेंस. करेक्ट, आई मीन इट सीम्स करेक्ट, बट एक स्टैंडर्ड जो बोलते हैं ना, द स्टैंडर्ड यूसेज, दिस इज द स्टैंडर्ड यूसेज. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड. इसमें ऐसा क्यों कर रहे हैं हम लोग, इसका some reasoning I've given you, that we are connecting the past with the present, but may not be at least we know one thing, that I can't use relied over here. Simple past नहीं use कर सकते हैं. So I will look into it whether I can say have been relying. We may be able to use it. मेरे को थोड़ा देखना पड़ेगा. Because उसमें meaning यही होगा that we are going to continue to rely on your sincerity or services, for example, in the other example. So I will look it up. एक बार थोड़ी, yeah, I'll have to see whether with since you can use present perfect continuous, but the rule is for present perfect. Please note that. So I will read it up again. हो सकता है कुछ changes हो. I'll have to see it. Okay. For the time being, let's understand this bit. Now then there are some other structures, like if a sentence has a structure like this one, like it is high time or it is high time, then there is only one rule, that after that you will use only simple past tense in the verbs. Yahan pe, what are the verbs here? It is high time the teachers have completed. So this is present perfect tense. Have completed is present perfect. And then he says have completed their syllabus and started revising it. So this is past tense. So this is okay. So regarding the syllabus, the statement says that one should complete it and start revising it. So therefore both these are the verbs and they both have to be in the past tense. That's it. So we'll change it. One of these verbs is already in the past started, but the other verb have completed, that has to be changed. So you simply make it completed. So it is high time the teachers completed their syllabus and started revising it, like this. So then it will be correct, because both these verbs are supposed to match with what the teachers are supposed to do. It is high time we began adjectives or something like this. Iska matlab kya hota hai? What is the meaning of this expression? It means that now it has become important or urgent, or the fact that you need to do something immediately. That is the time when you use this expression. So it is high time we अगर आप लोगों ने plans नहीं बनाए हैं अपनी पढ़ाई के, for example, I commonly keep telling students have a plan for your studies. If that is the case, so I can say, or let's say some students have not made a plan even till today. So I'll say it's high time you made a plan for yourselves. So it is high time that you made a plan. I said past tense. तो आप ये नहीं बोल सकते it is high time that you make a plan for yourselves. Simple present will not do here. Hope it is understood. These are all rules. Now see this one. The baby was crying for 2 hours before it was given some milk. So it was given some milk is which tense, students? Someone gave the milk to the baby and the milk was given. So it is simple past. But it is passive voice. It is passive voice. And this is past continuous tense. Yes, Chanchal, that is correct. It's passive voice. Now the baby was crying for 2 hours before it was given some milk. So these two things happened in the past. But we know that the baby was crying for 2 hours. So was crying may not be the correct tense over here. What should we use? If past actions continue over a period of time, or if any action that continues over a period of time, you remember we are supposed to use progressive tenses. For example, you have been studying grammar for the past 1 month, for example. So I will say you have been studying. I will not say you are studying grammar. वो तो अभी के लिए आप कह सकते हैं that we are studying grammar. लेकिन एक time period के लिए अगर कुछ हो रहा है तो उसके लिए progressive tenses use किए जाते हैं, and they are made by because this sentence is in the past tense, so we will use had plus been plus ing form of the verb. So had been thinking, had been studying, had been discussing, had been cycling or had been playing. ये सब आप ये बताते हैं कि कितनी देर तक कुछ काम हो रहा था. So because we are told that this action went on for 2 hours, so we will use the past perfect continuous tense here. So it will be the baby had been crying for 2 hours before it was given some milk. And somebody gave the milk to the baby later on. That is the second action that took place. But before that, what was happening? For 2 hours, it had been crying. So this is the earlier action in the past tense, and this is the second action that took place. Okay, students, I hope we are able to get this discussion. Now take a look at this statement. This is your next one. It says, as soon as the teacher saw what the boy did, she admonished him. So we have 3 finite verbs over here which show tense. So as soon as the teacher saw what the boy did, she admonished. Admonished means scolded. In this case, it means scolded. So therefore, think about the actions. कि actions किस time frame में हो रहे हैं. तो एक पहला time frame तो ये है that ये सारे actions past में हो रहे हैं. तो अगर आप एक टाइमलाइन ऐसे बना लें कि ये सब एक्शंस पास्ट में हुए, कौन सा एक्शन कब हुआ. सबसे पहले टीचर ने कुछ देखा, ठीक है, टीचर सॉ समथिंग. व्हाट द बॉय डिड, तो इसका मतलब वो काम भी उस बच्चे ने उसी टाइम किया है. एंड देन शी स्कोल्डेड हिम और एडमोनिश्ड हिम, तो एडमोनिश्ड भी उसी टाइम हुआ है. तो ये सारे काम एक साथ ही हुए हैं क्या, या इनमें से कोई काम ऐसा था जो पहले हो रहा था, हो चुका था, या उस टाइम हो रहा था, या बाद में होना था. व्हाट लाइक दिस. How is it possible that as soon as the teacher saw what the boy did, तो what the boy did and she saw, तो ये साथ साथ हो रहे थे क्या काम. अगर हो रहे थे साथ साथ, so you should write that as soon as the teacher saw what the boy was doing, कि जो वो या तो कर रहा था या कर चुका था. दोनों में से एक चीज होनी चाहिए. Did doesn't make sense. Did will make sense. The boy did something. तो फिर वो एक, then it is an action that is separate, alone. Do you get it? Then it's a separate action by itself. For example, the boy did something. The boy did it something. कुछ भी किया होगा उसने, whatever it is. By itself, it is okay. But if you're using it in conjunction with two more verbs, so therefore, if the teacher saw what the boy had done, like Aviral has said, so had done tells me that the action was already over. इसका मतलब है उससे पहले ही वो एक्शन हो चुका था. यहाँ पे had done, when I put had done over here, so the action was over here. Then it makes sense. When the teacher saw what the boy had done, that means वो कर चुका था उसको. Then she scolded him. So this admonished him. So she saw what he had done and she admonished him. These two actions kind of happened simultaneously. कि देखा और डांटा, देखा स्कोल्ड किया. So we can understand कि simultaneously हुए होंगे. And we learned this last time that any two actions that were happening simultaneously, simple past tense can be used to demonstrate it. For example, we can say that while the kids played in the park, the parents took a walk. So the parents took a walk and their kids played. तो played हो गया, took हो गया, दोनों simple past हैं. But they tell us that both the actions were happening simultaneously. So that is why we need to change this, and we need to change it like this. As soon as the teacher saw what the boy had done, she admonished him. इसमें ये भी आ सकता है that as soon as the teacher saw what the boy was doing. It is also possible na, that the action of the boy was not over. He was just doing it, whatever it was. So as soon as the teacher saw what the boy was doing, she scolded him, which is also correct. So it can be had done or was doing. I think both should be okay over here. Even was doing should be okay. Fine. Okay. Now let's take a look at this. The very thought. Now my question to you is, what is the subject of the verb makes? What is the subject of this verb, makes? What makes me relieved? Yes, it is the thought. Some thought makes me relieved. तो फिर ये क्या part है? This part, the bracketed part, it only explains something more about the word thought. It explains thought with this relative pronoun that. When I say the very thought that, so when thought is explained further, you explain it with a relative clause. So the relative clause is a kind of an element that tells you something more about a noun that comes before it. So here the noun is thought. Thought is an abstract noun. So the thought is explained that I will complete my exams by this tomorrow. So basically, if he's trying to say that I will complete my exams by this time tomorrow, if there's a specific time frame being given, then I have to use the future perfect tense and not the simple future tense. I will complete my exams, I will go there, you shall finish this, I will meet him. All these are simple future tenses. But if I'm talking about finishing something in future at a specific time, then I have to use future perfect. For example, I will have written the cat by November this year. Will have written, like this. Okay. Then, so it's a completed action in future in a specific time frame. So we have to change this. And I will say, I will have completed my exams by this time tomorrow. Please understand. This is a statement that and makes you understand that if there is a time frame reference given for any activity getting over in future, you should use future perfect. यहाँ पे आप ये नहीं बोल सकते I will complete my exams by this time tomorrow. I will have completed. वैसे ये टेंस बड़ा रेयरली यूज होता है, हम लोग यूज करते नहीं है, इसलिए हमें पता नहीं है. So for any action that you plan to finish in future, you will use this. Will have completed. Will have finished. Will have shifted. Will have given. So if अगर मुझे किसी ने किसी के लिए कोई पार्सल दिया है कि ये पार्सल किसी को देना है, सो आई एम टेलिंग हिम कि तुम परेशान मत हो, मैं कल 6 बजे तक ये पार्सल उसको उसके घर पहुंचा दूंगी. तो आप क्या बोलोगे? डोंट वरी, आई विल हैव गिवन दिस पार्सल बाय 6 टुमारो इवनिंग. कि 6 बजे तक ये पार्सल उसको मिल चुका होगा. डू गेट इट? बट अगर इफ आई सिंपली से आई विल गिव हिम द पार्सल, इसका तो मतलब है कि आप फ्यूचर में देंगे, लेकिन कब एक्शन खत्म होगा ये नहीं पता है. I hope it is understood. इसीलिए ये this part I have written here without the time frame that I will complete my exams. ये कब complete होंगे कुछ पता नहीं है, लेकिन होंगे कभी complete future में. So when the reference becomes specific, you use future perfect tense. अब students are supposed to be aware. They are supposed to make themselves aware. जो चीजें आपको difficult लग रही हैं, आप थोड़ा सा उनको please start फॉलोइंग दोज थिंग्स. मतलब जो डिफिकल्ट लग रहा है उसी को समझने की कोशिश करो. बिकॉज कैट में भी जो लोग डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चंस करते हैं उनके नंबर ज्यादा आते हैं. सिंपल क्वेश्चंस तो ज्यादा सभी लोग कर ही लेंगे, बट it is when you are able to score off the difficult mark questions that you will be able to get a higher percentile. Remember. अच्छा,
Hello.
what is this? Yes शशि.
मैम ये ग्रामर से तो क्वेश्चन इसमें नहीं आता है कैट में,
दूसरे एग्जाम्स में आते हैं.
ओके.
दूसरे एग्जाम्स में आते हैं. एंड आई कैनॉट से कि ग्रामर का कोई इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं है. ग्रामर के बेसिस पे आपके ऑप्शंस डिसाइड होते हैं.
यस मैम.
ऑप्शंस जो आप पिक करते हैं समरी बेस्ड या फिर कोई और ऑप्शंस हैं, ग्रामर पे ही के बेसिस पे आप उनका मीनिंग निकालते हैं. जिनकी समझ ग्रामर में अच्छी होती है, दे आर एबल टू मेक आउट व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस. एक ऑप्शन दूसरे ऑप्शन से कैसे फर्क है उनको पता चलता है और समझ में आता है. जिनकी ग्रामर वीक है उनको समझ में नहीं आएगा वो फर्क, और फिर ऑप्शन पिक करने में प्रॉब्लम होगी उनको. तो इट इज अ वेरी बिग रोल टू प्ले इनडायरेक्टली व्हेन यू हैव टू पिक ऑप्शंस, स्पेशली समरी बेस्ड ऑप्शंस एंड आरसी बेस्ड ऑप्शंस. प्लीज नोट. Now this sentence is typically, I want to explain to you something else before this. इस पे आते हैं, ये पहले conditions देखते हैं, then you will be able to understand that sentence. There are conditional sentences which commonly begin with an if. If a sentence begins with an if, or expressions like in case or something like supposing, in case है, supposing है या if है, so it means that the sentence has got a condition. मतलब कि पहले ये condition होगी तब ये होगा जो भी उसके बाद में है. So there are two clauses. One is the conditional clause जिसमें which has got this conditional word in it, and the other of course is the other clause which doesn't have the condition, follow-up clause. So we have to see that what is the pattern of the tenses in both these clauses. यहाँ पे the conditional clause is highlighted which has got if in it, ऐसे है, और ये दूसरा clause इधर है. So what is the pattern of tenses here? The first sentence, wherein the pattern of the verbs is simple present tense in the conditional clause, like this one, and a combination of will or shall plus the basic form of the verb, like you have will here and you have the base form of the verb, first form. That kind of a condition is called open condition. इसका मतलब ये है कि if you pay the charges, we will renew the pass. It means that the possibility is open for the person. He can pay the charges and he may not pay it, depends on him. So this is called an open condition where the action of the conditional clause is possible in both ways. Something like this, that if you study hard, you will score well. Or if you prepare well, you will score a higher percentile. You will score, got it? So I said will score, and if you prepare well. Prepare is simple present tense. So it tells me it is an open condition. In this previous question that we were doing, this is not open condition. Chalo, let's discuss this condition now. The second one, improbable. This condition, if you see, the conditional clause has got simple past tense. Exercised. If he exercised, he would stay fit. So in the other clause, what are we using? Would, could, or should plus base form of the verb. So the meaning of this sentence is that it's an improbable condition जो कभी नहीं होगा. The chances of this thing happening are very slim. You can say it is 98% improbable condition. आप ऐसे सोच सकते हैं. So what is the meaning of the sentence? कि if you exercised, you would stay fit. और हकीकत तो ये है कि आप कभी एक्सरसाइज करोगे ही नहीं, वो मुझे मालूम है. That is why you have said if he exercised. अगर आप ये बोलें कि if he exercises, he will become fit, then it is an open condition because you have used exercises in the conditional clause. लेकिन अगर आप exercised use करते हैं, it becomes improbable. उसका meaning change हो जाता है sentence का. In these sentences, types of sentences, student has to know the balance in both the tenses, the what do you call, the matching of the tense structures in both the clauses. You cannot mix up the, I can't say over here, जैसे open condition में आप ये नहीं कह सकते हैं that if you pay the charges, he would renew the pass. We would renew. या would बिल्कुल नहीं आएगा, या तो will आएगा या shall आएगा या may आ सकता है, because all of them are in the simple, the base forms of the model auxiliaries. लेकिन would, could, should को आप यहाँ use नहीं कर सकते हैं. They cannot be used over here. Please note. This is what you call by matching the verb structures in both the clauses. And so if you go back to this particular sentence, this is an improbable condition because it says if she would eat fewer sweets, she would lose weight. So would lose, I know, is a structure that is used in the improbable condition. So you simply have to say if she ate fewer sweets, she would lose. So ate is simple past tense, and it makes good sense to use simple past over here and a would plus first form of the verb structure over here. So it makes it improbable. Who will explain the meaning of this sentence? इस sentence का क्या मतलब है? This is an improbable condition. If I make a statement like this for someone, what would it mean? Only then I can understand that you have understood it. But I don't think, otherwise कैसे पता चलेगा कि आपको समझ में आ गया है? Past tense है in the if clause. If you have a past tense in the if clause, condition becomes improbable. तो ये कभी होगा? According to the author क्या कहना चाह रहा है? Author यही कहना चाह रहा है कि वो जो स्वीट्स है उनको खाना कम नहीं करेंगी, इसलिए उनका वेट जितना है उतना ही होगा, उससे कम होने के चांसेस तो नहीं दिख रहे हैं, ना होंगे. ये उनकी रीडिंग है. Please understand, the tenses and conditional give out the meaning of the sentence. तो जो आप टेंस यूज करेंगे फॉर्म, उसी से मीनिंग निकल के आता है। तो अगर आपने पास्ट टेंस यूज किया है तो उसका मतलब क्लियर है कि आपने अपने हिसाब से सोच लिया कि ये काम इनसे कभी नहीं होगा। इसीलिए आप लोगों के लिए अगर मैं बोलूं कि इफ यू स्टडीड हार्ड यू वुड स्कोर वेल। अगर एक बच्चा मेरे पास काउंसलिंग के लिए आया, मैंने उसको बोला इफ यू स्टडीड हार्ड यू वुड स्कोर वेल, तो ये एक्चुअली इट्स अ वेरी डिफीटेस्ट काइंड ऑफ अ स्टेटमेंट। इसका मतलब है कि मैंने एज अ फैकल्टी